In the last episode, we had crossed the ITCZ and made it past halfway. Plus, we saw some other humans out there buzzing around. In this episode, we receive a request to assist another vessel, or two. We hoist Big Red and she stays painted in the sky for days. And we shout, "Land ho!" as our destination finally appears on the horizon. Just raised Big Red.
What did you say in Spanish?
Grande rojo.
Grande rojo.
Rojo grande. We're all just sitting up here taking it all in, which is really cool. We haven't all been at the helm on passage this trip all together much.
No, Big Red brings us together.
Big Red brings us together today.
Is it? And everything, whenever Big Red goes up, it's
everyone's got something to pull on. I know. I was in the middle of a nap. That's okay. Easy enough for me to nod off again, especially if this is flying beautifully.
Alrighty, we've had a good run with Big Red. We were contemplating going through the night, or going for a wee bit longer, but the wind's sort of come round onto our port a wee bit more, and we've got a wee bit of south in the bag, a wee bit of north in the bag, so we're going to put both white sails up on the starboard tack.
Safer and hopefully similar speeds.
I think we'll have similar speeds, and they're easier to reef if we get a squall. I reckon Big Red will probably be back up in the morning though. So, just a really brief snapshot at a wee bit of a day in the life. We are day 18 at sea, and current goings on inside is we've got some maths, some reading eggs. What have you got going on? Maths.
Waiting for a computer to do reading eggs.
These are on because Starlink is doing its thing, providing internet so we can communicate with the world, continue with school. That is what Starlink looks like. We're also sailing downwind with Big Red, moving along nicely. We are trying to catch fish. We have 3 lines out. We're due to catch fish. Update on the diesel. We haven't used any of our excess jerrys, additional jerrys. They're all still full. We have another 5 jerrys or 100 litres below deck as well. So that's positive. And Mum is...
I'm just journaling, having a cup of tea and watching the flying fish.
There you go, that's middle of the ocean goings on. If, for those who are interested, life goes on and you just keep moving forward. That's the key. Keep moving forward, keep moving forward. What are we making?
Banana chocolate muffins.
I'm pretty excited. We had some very average bananas that had spent some time in the freezer.
Yes.
And they're being whipped into something wonderful. Bells is out doing her noon sight on the sextant. Almost.
Well, I'm so confused. I don't get it because I'm like really weird. It's like 7106, 7106, 7112, and then back to 7108. And now I've got like 80 something.
I don't know either. We'll keep at it, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, clean those bunnies off. The captain's not happy. He can see them, so he's dealing with them, eh?
Try to get at maximum speed.
Don't let Nutmeg catch you. Don't fall in either. It'll cost us too much time to come back and get you.
Yeah, come on, go, just keep going. 1 a.m.
Yeah.
That means handover time.
Yep. I'm ready for bed.
And I've just woken up. Tonight is particularly special. There's lots of stars
So
out.
special.
The stars are amazing.
Yeah, it is.
You're just going to have
beautiful night.
to envision them because we can't capture them. But we're flying Big Red for the first time of a night time. We finally grew the janglies to do it.
Yep. We've just spent half the night flying it,
Yeah, we've been,
not having to touch a thing. Just like in the daytime.
Yeah, it's been amazing. We've been trucking along nicely too. I'm looking at 7.1 knots at the moment with 9 knots apparent on us, which is perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect conditions.
I just swapped shifts with Bella and I told her I'd come and check the sourdough, see if it needed to go on. And it's exploding.
That means it's good, I think.
Yeah, I think it's pretty active. Okay, we might have to get the lid off and poke it back in. Or just bake it like that, eh? So this is the one that had overflowed this morning. It actually turned out okay.
Awesome.
It has a funky looking top, but you saved it. I'm looking forward to munching a sandwich later. Yum!
A sandwich later?
A sandwich later? Sourdough sandwich? Delicious.
Yummy.
What are we learning there?
So, because we have Starlink, I get WhatsApp messages from the Pacific kids boats, and there's someone on board with really, really bad kidney stones
On another boat.
on another boat called, and we are kind of within range of them. We're the closest boat to their position. So I don't think they've got the right medicines on board. We've certainly got a pretty good selection of medicines here. And so if there's any way that we can help them, we will. So we're just going to try and radio them, see if we can pick them up on the VHF, and I'm just waiting for their position to come through from the other guys on the group. So yeah,
Hit it,
not
Ted.
so fun for that person on that boat.
No.
Happy days, we copy on 16.
Do one more call then.
Happy days, I'm channel 16, we copy over.
Well, at the moment, we plan to maintain our current heading unless we hear from differently or unless something changes. So depending on what their heading is will depend on where we meet up if required. If they continue on their heading, we will not catch them. So we need communication from the captain. So what we believe's going on is there's a boat to the northwest of us, and a lady has
Kidney stones.
which is
So she's in excruciating pain,
terribly uncomfortable.
vomiting, and yeah, just very
So,
upset.
so we've had people from land reach out to us via the WhatsApp and say, hey, this is going on. We just had a random phone call. We don't know who, French speaking, so we assume someone from French Polynesia, emergency services on the Iridium, and they have not spoken to the captain. We have not. Well, we've reached out to the captain via VHF, and we're too far out. And
We've
email.
only got VHF and email. We don't have a number to ring. We don't have any other
So,
way to contact them.
The French officials are asking us how long
How long will it take us to get to them?
into VHF range. And I said, well, it depends on if he keeps sailing. We believe he's sailing a course at 265 at 6 knots. Well, we're sailing, so we've said, look, what we will do is we'll take a course slightly north of west, so we're now sailing 275 to 280 degrees, which is north of west, but we are doing between 6 to 8 knots. So the question was, how long? And I said, well, it depends if we keep sailing.
Yeah, if he's a moving target, then it could take us days.
We want to help, but it's still like, until we've got better information, or until we hear from the captain, or until somebody hears directly from the captain.
Yeah,
It's
a bit of a hard one.
anyway, at the moment we've altered course, and we will wait and see.
Morning 20! Wowee.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We've nearly been 3 weeks at sea.
Yeah, it's finally 3 weeks, eh?
But I feel like we've gotten in a groove. I feel like,
Yeah,
especially this last week or so,
Yeah.
we've gotten in a groove, hey?
Definitely.
It was a pretty good night, but this morning we were flying crazy fast down these waves, and Chris came and woke me up and he was like, we need to reef.
Yeah, this swell's definitely picked up since
Yeah,
I went to bed.
yeah. There's a bit of cloud around again, so we'll have to keep a close eye on the batteries.
Yeah.
And hopefully it just passes over and it's a morning shower, and then we get sunshine for the rest of the day. That'd be nice.
I'm sure it'll pass.
Yeah.
So who's it from?
This is from... Hello Shona, I'm is fast asleep and deserves it. Told us that you are on your way here. Please do not deroute for us. I had kidney stones in 2016 and a good explanation from the doctor. There are 3 steps. You pee, only 2 more to go. Not very easy to keep medication down, but I guess there is nothing else to do. Also, the seas are not inviting to change boats, but it makes us advance well. Thanks a lot for your support and hope to meet you in Nukahiva or elsewhere in French Poly. Best regards.
That's cool, hey?
There we go.
So that was the vessel that we were changing course for yesterday. She's doing much better today.
Yeah,
Oh, poor thing.
I know. At least, I guess, well, she knows what she's in for because she's had it before, but it doesn't make it easy when you're out here.
No.
And the sea state's miserable.
What it looks like on a squally day when we haven't been outside all day.
It's one of those days. We just dropped the main. We had 3 reefs in the main all day. We're running 1 reef on the Janara only, and we are doing just fine. And we're about to head inside for the night. We're just getting some fresh air. Excuse the wind. So Shona's been squirreling away on the phone for a wee while now. We had the incident yesterday with the JRCC.
Yeah, JRCC were the ones that asked us to go and meet with this boat with the lady that had kidney stones. And then because JRCC have our number,
We got literally the next day another call.
it was like within a few hours of me saying like,
What's that?
The hook's gone on the top.
oh no. Yay.
Alright, just also day 20 with lines out, no fishing.
Yeah, no.
Super interesting. 3 different lures, a squid, a deep diver, and a, what do you call those ones?
I call it a cork,
A
but
cork.
they've got another name.
Cedarwood plug.
Cedarwood plug.
That's it.
So we like hear our heart as we say this. Like we're happy to help, but
Yeah.
we're also
but
not an emergency vessel. So it's like
I
just
know,
bizarre.
and we're like, we're not the closest vessel.
Based on AIS, there's a handful of other vessels, 3 or 4 between our position and his. And we've said
the
to
emergency services can't figure out how to contact these other vessels or the other vessels
that are closer. We believe he's got an issue with, he's single-handed, he's got an issue with his rig, he's had to jury rig something, possibly short on diesel, possibly short on water and power. We don't know. And he's Turkish.
And he doesn't speak any. He only speaks Turkish.
He's like we only speak English, so
Yeah.
So we've Google translated a message and
We've sent him some messages because they gave us his InReach, his Garmin InReach, but they haven't heard from him on the Garmin InReach for a while, and they think he's either the battery's dead or he's conserving the battery.
So we don't know.
So
But it's on dark. It's blowing 20 plus knots.
yeah, we've got his last known coordinates. We're kind of heading in that direction
We are.
anyway.
So we'll be there on sun up in the morning.
But it's like 75 knots
Yeah,
per mile.
where he last said he was, will be
Yeah. But if
If he's still there.
if he has jury rig something and he is managing to sail even at a couple of knots,
He won't
we
be
won't,
there
we
anymore.
won't be able to find him. They sent us a photo of what his boat looks like.
It looks
It'd be great to see any boat right now. Like,
we haven't
We
seen
haven't
a
seen a
boat
boat
for
for
weeks.
ages.
It looks about a 30-something foot by now.
Yeah. So
Anyway, that's been...
tonight we're praying for that he has a safe night out here
Yeah.
and that he can get some assistance, whether that be from us or one of the other vessels that's close by.
It's time. We're going to put these in there. Both tanks are about a quarter full. So we're going to tip the diesel jerrys in, probably do some motoring tonight just to keep moving. Sail during the day in the lighter conditions, motor at night. And it goes. We've got 2 days to get there. We were just looking at our log, and in the middle of the trades we had 12 days of not turning an engine on. I'm going to burn diesel if we need to. Another day. Hooray. And Big Red's very much so becoming a fixture. Yeah. Yeah, Big Red's up again. We're sailing. Big Red's up. Right then. Okay, a wee bit of an update on the Turkish vessel. We unfortunately have not heard anything now for over 36 hours as far as his position is concerned. No AIS, no VHF, so it's needle and haystack type scenario out here. The only way we're able to get his position is via his Garmin InReach, which seems to be off. We messaged him 24 hours ago now, and in regard to his position, his heading, and speed, and haven't heard anything. So I want to believe that he's going okay, with his jury rig sails and whatnot. We have gone back on course to the Marquesas Islands and have reached out to other vessels that are currently at sea doing the passage that are behind us to say, look, this is the last position, keep an eye out. I mean, it's keeping an eye out. It's one thing to look at it on a computer screen and see little AIS boats out there. It's another thing to actually see the size of the ocean. Tahiti JRCC also haven't heard anything either. That's where we're at. And let's believe he makes landfall and does well.
The last thing we heard about the Turkish sailor was that another vessel who was closer would go and chaperone him. We didn't hear anything more about the Turkish sailor for the rest of our trip. A while later, we received a message from Julia on SV Wild Thing 2, letting us know he had arrived safely in Hiva Oa after 43 days from the Galapagos with only his Genoa. We're grateful he successfully made landfall despite all the challenges at sea.
We've done a message in a bottle while we're doing one.
doing one.
Yes, nicely prepared.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see where it ends up.
Yeah.
Antarctica,
We've got maybe Asia somewhere.
Nova Scotia.
It's got a long way to go. It's going to go through the Panama Canal there.
We got a long way.
Could go a long way.
Nice
I think we'll
food.
stop with somewhere first though.
Yeah. You reckon a cork's needed because the lid might rust out?
Yeah, it might rest out. There we go, it's in.
Make sure they can get it out. Uh-oh.
So how will that work? I'm gonna have to tape it.
What do you mean tape it? No, they'll figure it out.
Awesome! You gotta throw it as far as possible.
Whoa! Alright, see you in a few years. I thought I'd share a wee bit on working while at sea. Just over 3 weeks across the Pacific, and we got Starlink just before we left with the idea of being able to add some safety to what we're doing, some communication, and also to work. So by trade, I am an accountant, have a phenomenal team in Australia that we're working with. So days at the moment have looked a wee bit like this, where there's work being done, keeping an eye on the sales, keeping an eye on our chart as far as any AIS targets, which there's been none for days. So it's enabled us to continue to be productive, work with the team. I've had Zoom meetings out here with the team. I intentionally haven't done client meetings just because fatigue is real, because we're up during the night, and with what I do, it needs to be spot on. So client emails for sure, but you kind of got the ability to write those and then reread them. But anyway, this is what it looks like. Welcome to the office.
So I haven't been doing a whole lot of cooking, and I haven't been doing a whole lot of cleaning. And the state of the kitchen, I just came down to put the kettle on, and it's pretty bad. Everyone's been doing the dishes and everything, but you know, no one does it like Mum does. So I might have to scrub in today and tidy the kitchen properly. Germs, anybody? Oh man, there's just stuff everywhere, and even the stove. So time for a clean. Much better. Yes. Even the stove top. Yay. Tea time. Apparently Chris decided we want to go for a walk today, so he's walking around the boat. Getting all sweaty. And I'm not sure these guys are kind of running away from him.
Come on, get those tea time. Hiya, hiya.
He's gone mad. Mad, Captain. Morning 25, and I think it'll be our last morning. Tomorrow morning, guess we will wake up.
On land.
We'll wake. Well, we won't be on land. We'll be at an anchor.
We'll have a depth reading.
And I'm gunning for a fish tonight. Let's get a fish as we get close to the island.
You can't like do the whole Pacific crossing without getting fish.
Yeah. What is that about?
We have 4 lines out. Seriously.
We've got to catch something. Come on, I need fish in my belly.
Alrighty, we were just sitting here.
Yeah, I was like, what are you looking forward to when we get there? And for me, I'm so keen for a walk.
I'm keen for a run. The last couple of days of the passage are quite possibly the most difficult.
I was like, I'm just ready to break up the monotony. It just seems like, I think what makes it tricky too is you can see your destination.
Like we're over there. We're in the Marquesas Islands, right?
But we're not there yet.
And then the miles just seem to tick away much slower. It's just, there was a few days there where we seemed to peel off a whole lot of miles.
Yeah, we did.
And then now it's like, be patient.
Well, and to add to that, the wind has been light. You can hear the motor in the background. We switched it on at about 5:30 this morning.
But thankfully, we haven't had to use the motor much, so we do have enough diesel.
Yeah,
we could motor the rest of the way if we needed to.
We got a motor the rest of the way a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
But we haven't. So we've had like 10 to 12 knots from behind us for the last 3 days.
Yeah.
Which means
Actually, last night it picked up. It was
Oh, we did. We had a good run. We saw like 8s and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
More like 15, so it's good.
So we've been going a wee bit slower than normal as well. I think that's perhaps added to it.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to, Rose?
I think a run, and I don't know. I really want to go diving.
What about you, mate?
Meat.
Meat?
We haven't had any fish.
Protein.
Have we had fish?
That's so good.
Steak or pork or something.
Don't you like lentils and beans?
I like them, but I'm nearly over them.
Ha!
It looks like we'll be arriving in the dark.
That's alright.
But that's okay. It'll just be awesome to wake up in the morning and be like, what? We're here! Yahoo!
Land ho! No way! Oh, it is land! Yeah! Mum's just woken up! Yeah, it is land! Look! The big rock! Oi! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! 25 days! Rock and roll. Amazing.
Look, we're being greeted by the dolphins! Oh, that's so fun! Can you see the big storm cloud? I think that's where we're going. I think. There's land underneath it, you can just see. Hurrah! We're almost there!
Hurrah!
This is what's left.
Well, I think it's amazing.
No, roasted veggies and some
Beans and rice.
black beans and rice and a tiny bit of
Can you
cabbage.
believe there's a piece of cabbage?
Tiny bit of cabbage.
What's potatoes, pumpkins, cabbage, black beans, rice,
Onion.
onion. There you go.
Yeah.
Some Bacchus hot sauce. Get that on
Oh
there.
yeah.
Amazing.
That's your chilies.
All right, this is blooming exciting.
I know.
It's
eating
1:04 a.m. The breeze has just swung off the land, and it's like there is mouthfuls.
It's
of,
really sweet. It smells like flowers, but earthy. Hey, it's oh, so amazing.
It's
You
so
wanna
much
get
different
mouthfuls
than,
of it.
Like we've smelled like Bacchus before. We've smelled different land.
It's different
like,
again, isn't
Yeah,
it?
This
it's
is
just
unique.
like
this is probably the best.
jungle.
Yeah.
It is jungly sweet,
Yeah.
and it's humid, and it's
It's
like
really cool right now.
we are just gulping down bits of land. It's
Yeah.
phenomenal. Anchor down. Yeah, we're good. Well done, team. Well done. Well done, Rose.
Guys, we are in Nukahiva in French Polynesia.
Oh,
you guys did awesome. We made it.
It's 1:33 a.m.
Oh yeah.
You'll be.
made it in 25 days.
Oh, we did too, didn't we? The morning after arriving. This is what we came into. Look at this. Oh, yes. Morning, Madre.
Good morning.
It's just warmest out there.
True.
Yeah, it's like warmer than Panama.
Wow. Initial thoughts.
Oh, this is stunning. I'm pretty exhausted, but happy to be here.
You brought us in and we've woken up early.
I'm so happy to be here. It's awesome.
We have departed happy days. Oh, how does that feel? Go and touch something, Pip. Nature. Nice skills, Madre. I feel wonky as. Oh, it's a bit yuck actually. Yeah, a bit like. Oof.
Like you got one of the Yeah.
It's alright, we'll be right.
One of those still walking, I think.
Yes. How's it, Madre, on the feet?
It is so green, isn't it? After seeing just blues and greys and whites on the horizon.
Not only did we arrive in the middle of the night, but on a weekend. We couldn't check in until Monday, but the officials gave us permission to go on land anyways.
We just smoked up here after 25 days of not walking much. That was amazing.
We must stretch.
We will stretch this evening. Oh, there's a slight bit of breeze. Look, my shirt's waving.
Thank you for crossing the Pacific Ocean with us. Next time on Sailing with Six, we get some land time and we begin exploring the beautiful island of Nukuhiva.
Some serious chess games happening on sunsets.
It's too intense to film, Mum!
Have you had one round already? Who won? Okay.